which rugby statistics actually matter. In this video, we're going to take a look at tackle stats. The point of these videos is not to encourage everyone to get a calculator out or run a spreadsheet while you're watching a game, and you don't need to know that much about statistics. We're not going into correlations or mad graphs dispersing probabilities. We're just looking for a few trends in the rugby matrix. What we are going to do is measure the games based on their statistics. So we're not predicting anything, but we are using the statistics to assume who should win. Here is the actual wins and losses, home and away, for the top 14, Gallagher Premiership, URC, Champions Cup and Challenge Cup, the Super Rugby, plus some internationals. I'm just sticking to the most professional competitions here. The white number is the overall percentage, while the others are for each competition respectively. It's fairly standard at 67% home wins. The top 14 is up to 75% home team wins, while internationals are a little more likely to see away wins. Okay, let's look at how much the tackle stats indicate winners. Firstly, missed tackles. People talk missed tackles a lot. So, question 1. Does less missed tackles mean winning? Okay, fewest missed tackles, thanks to my editor. So we're going to ask this in two ways. 1A, missed tackle count, so the number of missed tackles, and 1B, the tackle percentage. How successful are the teams at tackling within the game? Now, just to confirm, we're looking at in-game stats, so we're not interested in how each team did in other games. Tackle count first. So, to clarify, the white percentages are saying that when the missed tackle count suggests the home team should win, it's correct 60% of the time. And it's correct 50% of the time when the tackle count points to the away team. The Gallagher Premiership is only at 50% for home team wins, while the Challenge Cup is significantly better. Now let's add the statistics for the tackle percentage for comparison. And see, that's slightly more successful overall. And the percentage for the Gallagher Prem home teams increases from 50 to 58%. But I think it's quite significant for the away teams. Think of it this way, away teams generally win 33% of the time, but the tackle percentage is correct at 56% and trending over 50% for all competitions. In my view, based on this trend, tackle percentages are at least associated with winning away from home. Let's move on to question 2. Does fewer tackles equal winning? And here's the percentages in blue, which seem to show weaker relationship to winning than the missed tackles. Now, I don't think that should be a surprise to people who watch a lot of rugby. We've all seen good teams put in a big defensive effort. Here's some stats from the Women's World Cup match between Scotland and Fiji. This was a top draw game, Fiji attacked brilliantly and Scotland defended like absolute demons. It's a great example of how a team with superior defence can hold out willing and skillful attacks. So we've identified that tackle count just doesn't mean much to the outcome, but I do have a revelation or two to provide, so do stick around. Let's go beyond tackles in the game. We're going to blur the lines between prediction and game measurement and use each team's previous records. So in question 3, does a better previous record of winning against the tackle count equal winning? Right, that's a mouthful, but let me explain. We're going to try and guess who'll win the Gallagher Premiership final between Bath and Leicester using their previous ability to win against the tackle count. Here's Bath's season record, and on the right we've identified 7 games that they had to tackle more than their opponent and they still won. Let's do the same for the Tigers, and they've only won 6 games against the tackle count. So using this data, I'm going to guess that Bath will win the final. And they did, against the tackle count again. But beware, prior to the finals, Bath beat Leicester quite convincingly and against the tackle count, but in the lead up to the game, Leicester had 6 wins against the tackle count while Bath only had 5. This was their 6th. So my little prediction model here got the game on the 18th of May incorrect by guessing Leicester, but it got the final correct. Okay, let's go and have a look at the statistics for all games across the season. So here we go, 76%, 75%, 87%, a little bit lower for Test match internationals. So teams with a history of winning despite having to make more tackles are usually more likely to win in the future across all competitions. This might not be a startling revelation to many, but it's backed up with the statistics. I'd suggest that this is not a strong predictor of away wins. Here's the list from each competition of the teams with the best records against the tackle count. Most either champs or almost champs. English fans might be able to provide some thoughts on Gloucester performances across the season. The Brumbies vs Crusaders Super Rugby 2000 final is known for the Crusaders winning with 30% possession. After the game, Todd Blackadder was asked how had they won, and his response was simple: attack, with or without the ball. Okay, thanks for hanging around for this statistical deep dive. I'll do another one soon. Let me know if there's any aspects of the game you'd like to hear about. I'm a rugby nerd, really love this stuff, and maybe I don't know anything, but love looking at it anyway. Cheers.